Blessed Veterans Day to all of you. And I want to offer you a story from my childhood by way of honoring our veterans in our community. Ours was a military family, and when I was 10 years old, we were stationed in Hawaii. My father, then a major in the United States Marine Corps, was just back from having served in Vietnam. And on a winter night, I remember he and my mom got my younger brother and me up at 2 a.m, and they loaded us into our Rambler station wagon and took us over to Hickam Air Force Base. And I remember being at that airfield at 3 a.m, staring at an empty tarmac upon which was rolled out a red carpet. And we were there with hundreds of military families to meet the first group of returning POWs from the Vietnam War. And we waited on that tarmac with hand-painted posters and signs. And I remember as those planes landed and as they taxied to the gate, the cheers that erupted as the returning prisoners of war walked down those stairs and saluted the base commanding officer. I remember the noise and the tears on the faces of every man in uniform there as we watched the returning prisoners fall into the arms of their families. And etched in my mind are the tears on my father's face. When I asked my father not long ago about the memories he had of that day, he said, "Amazing grace." He continued, "Remember there was a man, an airman, who was on the other side of the fence on the tarmac, and he had a guitar. And as the former POWs walked down the stairs, he began to play and sing. And as Dad recalled, the cheers of the crowd subsided, giving way to a collective stillness. Some might say a peace which passes all understanding, as the airman sang, "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see." Dad said, as far as I can remember, he said it was the first time I'd ever heard that hymn. And he said the simple truth of it took his breath away. I remember the men exiting that plane, moving slowly but with pride, limping but standing erect. It was on that tarmac, early on February 14th, 1973, that I saw embodied before me what it means to serve and to lead and to sacrifice. And all of you who have answered the call to serve our country know what I'm speaking of. You know the hardship of serving, being away from your families, offering your body and sometimes your souls, so that the hope of our forebears may be true for all of us now. All of you who have answered the call know of following orders that may come from politicians and higher-ups who have no idea of the earthly realities you face, and yet you salute and you say, "Aye, aye, sir." All of you who serve know of the extreme boredom interspersed with fear, and all of you who have answered the call to serve know what we who have not served will never understand. You know that serving is leading, and leading that transforms our world frequently involves sacrifice. And to all of you who have loved someone who offered their life for our country, my words can never fill the hole in your gut. But may the Spirit of God, which passes all understanding, surround you, hold you, and anoint the scarred tissues and wounds that to this day I'm sure still feel raw and empty. I'm here to say thank you. Thank you to all who have sacrificed to make our world a better, safer, more just place. Semper Fidelis.